to the waterfalls, we're going to be parking right here on the right. This first parking lot on your right coming down the hill. And we're here. So we finally made it to the parking lot, getting ready to get packed up and going, get started on the trail. But I just wanted to point out real quick that when you do park, you're going to see this pathway in front of you. It takes you straight to the lake. It's actually the lake right in front of us. It's not very far at all. If you want, you can take that path and check out the lake. But we're actually going to be taking this trailhead that's to your right where that car is, right into that tree line, and that's going to be the trail we're going to be taking to get down the waterfalls. When I know it's been raining a lot and I want to go down there, I usually walk this roadway up like to that tree right there, and then there'll be a pathway that'll take you straight across. But today I know it's going to be pretty dry, so we're just going to be taking this pathway right there, straight in. Buddy's ready to go. So we are now starting on the beginning of the trailhead to the waterfalls. Like I said, when the water's up on the lake and you know it's been raining a bunch, I would suggest walking that roadway, and you'll see the path head start there, and it's going to meet us where we're going now. But I'm going to take this way today because I know it's going to be dry. I just took this trail yesterday as well. It was pretty dry. But this trail can also be very muddy. But it's still an awesome trail. It's a great workout and it's a beautiful view. It's gorgeous out here. Right now it is springtime in Ohio. I just found out last night that it is officially snake season. I didn't even know there was a snake season. But always be cautious when you're out in Mother Nature. So snake season is right now. It's the spring. It says that they're coming out of hibernation. They're hungry. They're shedding skin. They're trying to reproduce. I did see one big black snake yesterday. We'll see if he's still in the same spot. Just be careful, because when you see a snake, there could potentially be its nest somewhere close by. So I'm still at the beginning of the trailhead. Just wanted to show you guys this section, what I was talking about. Since I know it's going to be dry, it's going to be easier to get across. But if you know it's been raining, most likely this could be all water. And it's very dangerous hiking, walking on, especially Ohio river rocks. I have yet to find a pair of shoes to even conquer it. But just always be cautious and always stay safe. And if you know it's been raining, then I would suggest taking that other way back to where we're about to go right now. Beautiful day. Hike more, smile more. That's my motto. All right, let's continue. Let's go, bud. You shaking off? So if you would have walked up the road, it would have taken you this path right to where we're at now. And you can see parking is just right over there. We're going to continue on the trailhead and start this awesome adventure to the beautiful waterfalls. You can see the lake. Let's go. So on this trail, you're going to see lots of these things I call like little runoffs. I wouldn't identify it as a creek, but you'll be passing a few of these. and really only two major creeks, one of them being small, the last one being the big one that you have to cross to continue on the path. But the big one, which is the second major one, just lets you know that you're getting close to the waterfall. This trail in itself is 1.0 miles to the waterfall and a mile back. It does have up and down inclines. This is my personal favorite trail for trail running. I'm trying to work up the strength to climb a mountain. So this is it. This is my go-to. When you know it's rain, this trail can be muddy, like I said. This is one of those muddy sections. It's really dry today. But muddy or dry, either which way, the waterfalls are going to be beautiful. It's another little muddy section. On this trail, you're going to see a lot of trees with this blue and green markings on them. The blue just lets you know that this is a section of the perimeter trail at the East Fork Lake. The green lets you know that you are on the perimeter trail. Always follow your signs, they're here to guide you. But the perimeter trail in itself is about 29.3 miles long. Something I would love to conquer one day because this is so close to home. This is my roots. This is where I grew up. Here's another little runoff. Definitely wouldn't call it a creek. Maybe somewhat of a creek, but not my version of a creek. If you see this tree on your hike, there's my initial, and those are all my friends. I love my friends. Here's some more green and blue blazes letting us know we are on the right path. And we are now getting ready to come up on our first major creek, what I would identify as a creek. Another indicator letting us know we are on path. We are right on track. There's another arrow saying, go that way. Stay on the path. That's what we're gonna do. This trail tends to fork like 2 or 3 times. We're getting ready to come up on the first fork. My advice is to always stick to the left when you do. On this instance, we're coming up on a fork where I used to go left, but some trees fell down, so we're gonna hang right on this fork just to go around these broken trails. But you can see the pathway kind of up above that. So we're just going around and right back where we need to be. Here's another little runoff. So just to look back at that fork, you can see kind of all the broken stuff and the trail we was literally just on. So this is a safe fork. All other cases from here on out, stick to the left. You always want to stay where the water is. We knew the lake was on the left starting out. We're going to continue to stay that way this whole time. We're now coming up on some sections that are usually super, super, super muddy, especially after you know it's rained. There are some dry ways to get around it. As you can see, it's really dry today compared to most days. So it's a little easier to maneuver around. But it's totally worth getting some shoes muddy to come down here and see it. The more the water's up, the better these waterfalls are going to be. But regardless, it's always beautiful. Always. It's never going to disappoint you. Here's another little muddy section. They got some pathways where you can zigzag through it. This is also considered a horse trail. I rarely see any horses. I've only seen some this year out of all the years I've been going down here. And like one other horse like 10 years ago. On this section that we're coming up on, you can hear the waterfalls to your left, but you can't see them. They're literally like right below us off this cliff to your left. It's like a little hidden path you can take to maybe go hear it better, because you can't really see it when the leaves are all bloomed. Right now we're entering a very fairy-like foresty section of this trail. I love it through here, but this is the section where I saw that big, giant, long, black, slimy snake. Granted, it was probably not poisonous whatsoever. I believe only copperheads and rattlesnakes in this area are. But just remind yourself you're out in Mother Nature, and always be cautious of your surroundings so you're safe, because we're in Mother Nature's home right now. Here's another little runoff. Here's one of those forks I was talking about. You're going to want to stay to the left where you see these big broken limbs. Do not go right. That takes you completely off path and out of the direction you need to be. I haven't even finished what is even over there. I wouldn't even want to go check it out. I think it's people's private property. But we're also coming up on the section where we saw the big snake. So I'm just going to be very cautious to make sure it's still not hanging out right on this pathway like it was yesterday. So far, we look good. Here's another little fork looking thing. Just always stay left. So right now we're coming up on like a key landmark, I guess. It looks like a little primitive camping area. You can see like a little fire pit or a log to sit on. The trail's in front of you. And to your right's like a tree that fell over that does have a blue blaze indicator on it. This is one of those landmarks that lets you know that you're getting very, very close to the waterfall. Here's another green indicator on this tree, letting us know that we're on the right path. This is one of my favorite inclines when you go back up this. This is one of the major hills. Makes for a great workout. I love running down it. Do a little parkour. I don't know why, but zigzagging it makes me feel safer running down it, but it's so much fun. All right, so right here is another little spill off. When it's really, really dry out in the summertime, I will step down here and just creek walk the rest of the way to your left. It'll take you straight to the waterfalls in no time. But we're gonna just stay on the safe side since I got the dog and I'm trying to show you guys the most safest way to get to the waterfalls. So we'll continue on this path right here. So right about here at this point, you can see this is a clear dead end. There isn't nothing else going any direction over here. So the only way to stay on the path is to creek cross right here. This is the major creek that you're gonna cross and the last creek that you're gonna cross because we are extremely close to the waterfalls. I'm so excited. All right, let's go this way. Leave no trace. Respect Mother Nature. Don't be lazy. If you bring trash, take the trash with you. If you bring it, you take it. You're responsible for it. Put it in a trash can. This is one of those sections that can be very, very dangerous when the water is up. You can still get across safely. Just always be cautious when it comes to especially wet Ohio River rocks. It's just extremely dangerous. It's like ice skating. We've now entered the section of the trail where it's a little overgrown. You're gonna have a bunch of tall grass hitting you in the legs. Just make sure that when you get to the waterfall, just to check yourself over and your furry friends or your babies for ticks, because ticks are out, especially here in this area particularly. Do know that I did read something on the CDC saying that yeah, ticks are nasty and they bite. Everyone should be cautious and scared of them in some aspect. But I guess you can't contract Lyme's disease unless it's been on you, sucking on you for 36 to 48 hours. So it's really nice to know for yourself. People can get easily freaked out. If you find one on your fur baby, you want to make sure they're healthy and safe. They also say if you are worried about a tick you did find on you, that to save it, if you pull it off of you, if you are wanting to go to the extreme and go to the doctors for it, to take the tick with you because they can test you and the tick both for Lyme's disease. Just little things that are nice to know to make you safe out in Mother Nature. We are so close to the waterfalls. I'm sure that when I stop, you could hear it. Let's just see. All right, so as you continue this trail, you're gonna see like a little hidden path to your left. If you do continue on the main trail, we're right where we're at, and continue to go straight, it's gonna take you to where the very front office of East Fork Lake is on the main part. It's gonna take you over where the mountain biking trails are. This is part of the perimeter trail. It's just gonna keep you going all around the lake for 29 so miles. But we're gonna take this little hidden path to our left, right down to the waterfalls. When you're taking this unmarked path or any unmarked path, always be cautious. Always be watching your surroundings. There are a few dips and divots and some holes here in the ground. Just be very careful. I'll point one major one out to you. Right here you can see a little rock where you gotta step down. Right here's a little tree you gotta bend under to get under. And right here is the major hole I was talking about. But there's a way to get around it, so just get around it. Over here to your right. And we are home sweet home. And it's beautiful. Hey, look, Ma, I made it. We made it, Putty. We made it. We're here. This section where I'm standing is perfect for like hammock hanging. If you need to take a pee, you can go right up there. Perfect little bathroom. Be careful right here. It's a big giant step, so I just go on this rock. I step down at this rock and then step down. It's beautiful.